let's before we jump off the football section of this podcast, let's get into the relegation area. That's what we want to talk about here. That's the good stuff. That's the juicy stuff. Aston Villa, 27 points in 19th. Bournemouth, 27 points in 18th. West Ham, 27 points in 17th. And Watford, 28 points in 16th. There is 1 point difference between 19th and 16th. And if you want to include Brighton, technically they're only 2 wins away. They are only 2 wins away from West Ham, Bournemouth, and Aston Villa. So if Brighton lose to United, they could still technically be in this. What's your thoughts right now? Obviously, you went with West Ham and Bournemouth to get relegated. I went with Aston Villa and Watford to get relegated. We're both right in this right now. What's your updated thoughts?
Updated thoughts, I'd probably go with, I think Norwich are just...
Oh, they're gone.
I
didn't even say it. I didn't even.
Yeah, you always didn't even say it. And I thought that. But West Ham, I think they're going to win a couple games towards the end, and they're going to avoid that section.
That's why I'm still going to stick ridiculous for tipping against them.
Well, I'm going to say that I think Bournemouth will. I think Bournemouth are still a chance. They're still. What are they now? 2 points? Did you say?
No, they're on 20. They're on the exact same points as Aston Villa and West Ham. They're on 27 points.
I'm still going to say it. I'm still going to stick by that. I think I'll move West Ham out. I think West Ham will kind of come good and shock a lot of people in these next couple games. Not against Chelsea, though.
Well, you said West Ham and Bournemouth, so you said that Aston Villa and Watford are going to be safe. Because Aston Villa right now, I put Aston Villa in 19, so I'm right at my 19 and 20 right now, if it stays the same. All I need is Watford, who are 1 point above West Ham and Bournemouth, to jump down. And I'm still pretty happy with what I said. I'm still pretty happy. I'm pretty happy with saying Aston Villa. I'm not happy about it, but I'm happy with what I said is going to probably happen. So obviously Norwich, I didn't even mention them. They're done. We got a lot of hate from Norwich fans, by the way, when we posted a video of our relegation with them being there. They were like, oh, we just beat Tottenham in the FA Cup. Yeah, okay, cool. You're also about to not play them next year while you're in the Championship. Aston Villa, 19th. I'm happy with that. I don't think they're going to get out of there. And I think Watford will. I just think West Ham and Bournemouth have too much of a quality culture. I believe their culture will pull them through this. I think they're a good enough team to get through Bournemouth. I think they've got a nice little academy coming through. And I think West Ham, if they, and also just an FYI, Aston Villa have played 32 games now, and Bournemouth, West Ham have also played 31. And Watford have played 32. So, West Ham and Bournemouth, if West Ham or Bournemouth draw at any stage, Watford are jumping into this relegation zone. So, actually, wow. So Watford are actually right now not looking great. It's actually looking great for my predictions. But yeah, Watford, wow. Okay, so West Ham and Bournemouth have both played 31 games. Watford and Aston Villa have both played 32 games. And Watford are only up by 1. And who do West Ham and Bournemouth play this week? Bournemouth play Newcastle at home. So it's not necessarily out of the question. I think Newcastle should win that, but still, it's not out of the question. And West Ham play Chelsea, who West Ham have a really good record against. So
they do, don't they? They're a bit of a... Yeah, I'm worried about that game. I'm fairly confident, but I'm worried about that game as well.
Yeah, a bit of a bogey team there. But look, it'll be interesting. I actually think that you guys peaked against City. I think you guys really peaked against City. And I think this could be that game after the peak where you get brought back down by a team that you should be beating. And I actually think West Ham might win that game. I think West Ham might win the game, or at least get a draw. I think
we might actually keep a clean sheet, and I think we might win 2-0.
Well, you haven't watched too much of West Ham versus Chelsea, do you? Because West Ham, I believe, usually win that game 2-0. Let me have a look.
West Ham normally do win, I know. And I think the confidence of beating Leicester as well in the FA Cup might
Oh, my God. Look at this record, right? West Ham, the last game you guys played, 2019, at Stamford Bridge, was 1-0 West Ham. Before that, at Stamford, it was 2-0 Chelsea. Before that, it was a 0-0, a 1-1. Before that, West Ham won 1-0, 2-1 West Ham. Wow, West Ham have a really good record against you guys. That's going to be. I might live stream that game. That's going to be a ripper game. That is going to be an incredible game. That's going to be tomorrow when this podcast comes out. So yeah, that's going to be Thursday for us and Wednesday for you guys over in England. But wow, that's going to be. I reckon that'll be a good game, especially with West Ham playing for their survival. Like right now, they're above the relegation zone, but only by points differential. But they've got a game in hand on Watford, and they just need a draw to jump Watford. All they need is a draw, and they're at home. So, I don't know. I'm taking them there.